the Tubbercurry bus, so it's the Galway Derry bus. At the moment, like, I'm sure you've gotten loads of correspondence about this, because I suppose what's happening at the moment is it's leaving Derry, and by the time it arrives, or leaving Galway, it's full by the time it gets into Tubbercurry. So there's only one bus in the morning and that's I mean, Tubbercurry is the second biggest town in the county. It's leaving Tubbercurry in the morning, and it's arriving in, and then there's only one coming back in the evening. So there's a lot of people that want hospital appointments, particularly older people. And just, I want to raise also about the fares. Like, maybe this is part of the national fare strategy as well. Like, so the local links are obviously, they're cheaper than the bus Eireann route. So am I right thinking that a one-way adult ticket is 11.20 from Tubbercurry to Sligo, which is a lot, you know, considering it's only half an hour journey. When so that was one question. These are the both, and then the other one was about a bus to Athlone. I suppose this has come up a few times, and I myself, like, I use public transport all the time, and like, so often in my previous roles I've had meetings, we say, in Athlone, and because we can't get a train to Athlone, there's no direct bus. So if I wanted to even to go on the expressway ticket booking online, it just said there's no fares available. It doesn't say you have to go to Longford, then you have to go connect from Longford. But is there any, I mean, I suppose at Athlone, I'm sure this has come up as well, that Athlone being the centre of the country, there should be a direct route really from Sligo and along the route to Athlone. Or something that I can even show that we can book it, rather than saying that there's no fare, that there's no route available.
Well, just on your first point there, which is on the, we're aware definitely, that's a Route 64 that we have, and it's a commercial service. So even though we operate it under expressway, and it's not subvented like the PSO services are here on the other side. So just to say that on that point, which means that, you know, to a large extent, we set our fares based on our costs and trying to make sure the route is sustainable. So the fares aren't necessarily set by the NTA, as much back to the operator, but we have a dialogue. The NTA sees our fares. So, but those fares, so the issue that we have at the moment on commercial fares, and I make this point, which is related to the earlier point, a lot of the low fares that have been actually operating, the 20% reduction, have been good and have promoted more public transport usage. So, you know, on the point here, but the reality as well is that we also have increasing costs. And if costs are not coming through, and that's coming through for everybody, fuel, carbon tax, labour rates, we all have them loading on. So you're simply trying to recover where you are across all the commercial services, the absence of subvention.
And is there any, but are you going to improve capacity on that route, I suppose? Is there any plans to improve capacity in that? Because people are saying that the bus is often full by the time it even arrives in Tubbercurry.
I think the challenge there, as Stephen said, it is a commercial route, so if we believe there's demand there, that's obviously something we will actively look at. We are looking at the timetable. It is a challenging route to operate. I thought the point you were going to make was the congestion, the reliability and the timing of that route is terrible. So it's a long route. There is a significant amount of roadworks ongoing at the minute along the corridor, and we're seeing our buses take 20, 30, 40 minutes late regularly. And so we are looking at the route itself and the timetable.
Yeah, it's in the absence of the Western Rail corridor, I suppose. You know, it's the only, they're just being disadvantaged because they're not on a local link route as well. You know.
Yeah.